And we're back.
Yay. It's totally been a whole day since we played this game.
Yes.
Totally didn't just pause it and unpause it for 2 seconds.
Cool thing about roommates Nintendo 64 used to... Alright, so there's this bank where they had a Nintendo 64 for people to play. But I think the TV broke, but the TV was really dumbly placed inside of this display that you couldn't get to the TV ever again until it was coming out. And one of the dudes who worked at the bank,
damn it,
he was playing Donkey Kong 64 on there, and when the TV broke, he didn't take out the 64 and turn it off. It was on for 10 years.
Holy crap.
This one?
Not this one, but Corey's downstairs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was on for 10 years. And even when we bought it and they were tearing out, like remodeling the bank, he bought it off them. And he wanted it because it had all that character, like you've been on for 10 years with Donkey Kong 64. And that's actually, he has a copy of Donkey Kong 64 down there.
That's crazy.
Just to show you that old Nintendo technology is not, has no heat problems.
Oh, well, I did have an issue with one Nintendo system with the spinner for the discs.
Yeah.
And my GameCube stopped working. That's the only system that I've ever had anything fail.
Their hardware is very reliable.
They're not going to let somebody break my discs. So that doesn't count.
Oh, yeah.
Tank.
The GameCube can get hit by a sledgehammer.
Great stuff. And we still have our mother's NES that she played with.
I need to fix it, but I can't. Screws are stripped. My dad fixed it when we were little kids. We had the NES has a heat shield in it, a big metal heat shield that does nothing. You know, every time I fix one, I take it out because it actually causes problems for some NESs. I can't remember what it is anymore, but I swear it has something to do with circuitry because it's made out of metal. If you don't put it on right, you can mess up the whole thing.
If it's like not properly grounded or whatever.
Something like that.
Killing my ass.
Yeah, I know, right? You want to switch, actually? Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, they're my old people.
I got the bomb bag. This bomb holding bag is made of Dodongo's stomach.
Oh, this is so much
It's made
better.
out of Dodongo's balls.
Dodongo's ass.
Okay, now we got
Gaping
bombs.
anus.
Dodongo's sack. There's got to be something about old.
Oh, Matthew, we should take this chair. We should buy this chair from them for like $10.
So that Corey can go and buy another chair, yeah?
For $10, and we can walk our child in this.
It's
Our
actually
rocking chair
not
broke.
Corey's, it's theirs. Like, that's a lot of things in this house that we have to keep track of. Is that a lot of the stuff isn't ours. It's theirs, so we're just kind of taking care of it.
Well, I love this chair. It's unbelievably comfortable.
Um,
And our rocking chair broke. It was like, it's
Yeah.
13 or 14 years old. How old
Yeah.
is Kennedy?
Something like
I
that.
think
Yeah.
she got it for Kennedy's room.
I thought you named the chair.
No.
Oh,
Not
that
one.
didn't even surprise me because we name inanimate
Yeah,
objects.
no, yeah, but that one's not I don't love that one. Yeah, Bill was the greatest chair I ever had, and he had to go.
Yeah.
He
Oh
got
yeah, Bill
fleas.
was the name of your chair that you had.
Curse of having pets.
This
Yeah.
is the part. That's,
Yes, one of the things that they screwed up in the 3D version I was going to mention, if you go down there and step on the button and die, it sets a temporary flag that the button's pressed, and the game's like, oh, well, if it's pressed, it has been the block, so then it puts the block there for you. You don't even have to do the rest of the dungeon.
Oh wow,
Wow.
that's actually kind of cool.
Something's got to be about old, low-resolution textures. Like this is the walls are like the. What I was going to point out is that the blue bone back there that was supporting the room has like a water look to it.
It does.
Yeah.
It's liquid.
Really nostalgic.
Like it's hollow and there's liquid inside.
Or like it's covered in cobwebs.
Yeah. I don't think it looks bad. I think
No,
this looks
I
great.
actually that's why I was mentioning I like stuff like this. Personal preference of mine. The more graphical you get with stuff, the less you leave to the imagination.
Yeah. Although I love my Skyrim HD, but I just love Skyrim.
Skyrim's a good, bad example for that, anyways, because you're already your own character that you get to make up your own story
Yeah.
too.
I'm playing a Nord for the very first time right now. I've never played a white person. I've never played a person.
I've never played not a Khajiit. I'm always in a
I'm
Khajiit.
almost always an orc, because I identify as orc.
An attack helicopter.
And a tank helicopter.
I love that comic.
But
All right, good aim.
yeah, this is the first time I'm ever playing a human.
I always play.
Well, no, I played Redguard before. This is the first time I'm ever playing a white person in that game. Because I don't like the people.
Human are boring. Humans are really boring.
Well, the Redguards.
Skyrim's another one that I actually kind of have a problem with the different races because they don't do too much, and like everybody's ugly except for the more human-looking races, like grotesquely ugly.
Oh no, some of those
The high elves are gross to me too.
the high elves are gross, but some of those elves and orcs are very pretty, especially the feminine ones.
Yeah.
But I think the Redguards have a neat storyline.
I think Bethesda just does.
But like the Nords and the Bretons
look good.
are boring. Well, the Nords are less boring than the Bretons.
I don't know what it is about Bethesda, but every time they make a texture or any kind of graphic, it looks like it has a sugary glaze over it. You know what I'm talking about?
Kinda, yeah. Like there's something, yeah.
Okay, so now you're doing the shield thing with him again, aren't you?
Yeah, I gotta switch shields though. You can't crouch stab with this one because
But you've already locked in the.
It doesn't matter.
The
Yeah.
Deku stick is as powerful as the Master Sword.
Yeah,
and when
for
you
some
do a
reason.
jump slash and then go into the crouched shield stabbing mode, it uses its last input. So you can kill him in
Just
just
you
3
don't
hits.
have to do a jump slash, right? You just do the crouch dash.
Jump slash is twice as powerful.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you don't have to.
No, yeah, the crouch stab just does whatever the last attack. So it'll take 2 hits to do this one.
Oh yeah, you're forced to
Let him roll.
comply. He also looked really gross. Nice.
I think he's a cutie patootie, but I think most of these characters are just precious.
Oh, it's a.
He is quite possibly the easiest boss ever.
He is.
Goma's pretty easy.
Well, at least Goma can hurt you.
Yeah, and you kind of have to aim
you
at
have
it.
Well,
to
I mean,
try to
if
get
she
hurt from
walks
this guy.
up to you, and you do it properly, I mean, you just smack her and then smack her, it's over.
The reason why I think, once you know these speed strats, the reason why I think Goma's harder is because you have a very small window frame of getting in those. Like, you can kill her in the first one.
I did it as a child. I didn't even know I was doing it.
But with him, he gives you plenty of time. Like, Matthew, you can even prepare for it
Yeah,
before you enter the room.
true.
But with Goma, it's like, you
Well,
have
Goma
like
you
a
can,
10-second
He's
round.
much cuter.
You can do it with
than
Goma as well. You can do it with any boss.
Oh yeah, you can do it with any boss, but with Goma, it's slightly harder because you have like a 10-second window that you have to get all the stuff done, including
She was
the
like,
hits,
cha-cha-cha,
before she
cha-cha,
recovers from
yeah.
her like thing. Whereas him, you're already set before the battle's done. I love him. He's the people I work with.
He's you. Look at that beard.
Oh yeah, that gappy beard like mine.
It would be very easy for you to cosplay as him.
Yeah, I want that tattoo actually, right where he has his.
We should get it together, please. I'll do it with you.
The white teardrops.
No.
Oh,
the Goron.
The Goron insignia.
yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's the ruby.
Oh, it is a ruby.
Yeah.
Wow. I also
It's the
like
flowers. I think it's supposed to be like a bomb flower.
things
Yeah.
that I liked in Legend of Zelda that they started doing from Majora's Mask up is that there's racial tension, especially between the Zoras and these guys. Like these guys are the workers. They look down upon because they're big, clunky, and heavy and clumsy. And they're usually, like in Twilight Princess, you found the dad and his son living in an old shack, and he was there for work getting what was hinted to be less than minimum wage kind of thing. Whereas the Zoras are these rich, high, uppity buttholes.
The Zoras, I've never. They're beautiful to
liked.
look at, but I never like their personalities. They're kind of jerks.
They're very pompous.
Yeah.
These guys I relate with more.
Well, I'll tell you what they remind me of. These guys remind me of the dwarves from
Yeah.
talking Lord of the Rings, and the Zoras are the elves. They're just it's Rivendell.
Oh,
Have
fun
you read
fact.
the Lord of the Rings book?
Fun fact:
Books.
the sheen on these objects in this game,
Uh-huh.
the texture is the same texture on the N64 logo when the game boots up.
Oh.
I've read The Hobbit. I am not going to lie. I get to the part with what's his face in
Tom Bombadil.
Tom Bombadil, and I hate him, and I struggle.
From what I've heard, the dwarves, and this is what I heard, but the dwarves seem to be very stereotyped towards Jewish, like very bad stereotype to Jew.
He was a little
stereotypes.
racist.
That's what I thought.
Let's see. He described the orcs as just imagine the most. There's either disgusting or hideous mongoloid you can think of.
Yeah, that's so terrible.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing about all those people, all these older guys, and thank God they're dead. And we don't get to meet our heroes.
Yeah.
They were terrible because, and then I don't even think they realized they were terrible. I mean, it doesn't excuse it. They should have. They were brilliant, but yeah, he was racist, absolutely, and a little sexist, which people don't like to, because Eowyn was so amazing, and I love her, and my phone case is a quote from her, but he was pretty sexist.
I am no man.
I mean, they're all white people,
I
except
don't-
for the orcs, and they're the bad guys.
I've actually always hated how dwarves were, and I thought like Lord of the Rings dwarves
the
would be
hell?
You
perfect.
hit the other one.
And then I saw The Hobbit and how they made the dwarves in The Hobbit, and I was like, this is not how I imagined dwarves.
Oh well, in the book, actually,
I don't even like.
Thorin is even more of a pussy. He's a big old puss, and he hides behind stuff, and
I really, really, really hate Skyrim dwarves. Because the dwarves are my.
the
feel like they're my
Dwemer?
men. Big yeah, the Dwemer. They're big.
we don't even get to see
Big
him.
manly men who do hard work, kind of thing. And
That's not what the
we
Dwemer
keep to
are in
ourselves. No, they're not. That's why I don't like it.
Oh, you like them to be big man.
Yeah, they're not like that in Lord of the Rings either. They're just a whole bunch of drunks who want money.
Well, no, they work hard and they're big manly men, but they're manly men. Why does that matter? They're very self-reliant and they don't want to deal with any other races really. They've been hurt too many times. But yeah, Thorin in the movie is much better than Thorin in the book. My favorite character is the Bear Man,
Bear man.
the guy who turns into a bear.
Yeah, I can never remember his name.
I just lost his name.
And they just completely glossed over him in the movies.
Yes,
Oh,
that was
they
tore
don't
up.
come after you when you don't move. I was
yeah.
like, here
Starts
it
with a
comes.
B. Starts with a B. Oh my god, it's gonna drive me nuts.
The butt squad one. Starts with a B, right? Well, after this, we gotta pee, and I'm gonna get me some rice. And I'll start a new recording.
Bjorn. Jeez,
Bjorn.
oh Pete.
That should be easy to remember.
I know.
Very
Well, I
Norse.
started to say it, and then you were like, "Oh, what's his name?"
Like, I feel like the dwarves should be very Norse.
Well, they are kind of Norse. Well, but
It
the
just
whole
doesn't-
the whole
the attitude
series is
doesn't
based
feel like
off of The Ring, which is it's a Norse
Is it? Really?
story.
didn't
Yes.
realize that.
Oh yeah, Gandalf is
So what you're saying is-
Odin.
So what you're saying
The
is
Grey
Tolkien
Wanderer.
plagiarized everything.
Hey,
What you're saying.
all right.
He didn't.
Good artists create. Amazing, great artists steal. And it's not plagiarizing if the outcome is better than the original. And that's how we treat. That's how everything's made. Everything takes inspiration off of something.
But yeah, The Ring. You know, the Valkyrie and all that.
Yeah.
Speaking of the
Those
Ring,
plays.
they're doing a new movie in the Ring.
Oh, I know.
I want to see it, but I know it's going to be bad.
Matthew and I are huge horror movie fans.
Yeah.
The Ring is my least favorite, but he loves it.
It is the only movie that has scared me
It's
as bad as
got
it
the
did.
same kind of urban legend feel.
The only movie that's ever really terrified me, and it bothers me to watch it, but I love it, is Yellow Brick Road. Upset
Oh,
me.
that
It
one was
disturbed
good.
me. I couldn't sleep right.
Was it?
If you're ever on Netflix and you want to find a good horror flick, look for anything from Magnet. They
Have
pretty
you-
much everything they put out is gold.
Wasn't there a movie that was made that was like The Ring versus The Grudge?
Yes, and I want to see it
Yes.
so bad. Those are some of the best movies. I loved Alien vs.
They end up being
Predator.
more comedy, don't they?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and that's fun. It
Well,
takes
Freddy-
these,
How I
yeah.
want it to be. if
these
it's like
characters
that.
that upset
start-
you,
they start making fun of
disturb you.
themselves.
It's like
All of them do
Deathmatch,
that
but
because
with
Freddy
stupid things.
versus Jason
It's
did it.
great. I don't even like
Alien
Friday the
versus
13th.
Alien
Predator.
vs Predator, but that one was still more of a thriller. But the Chucky, have you ever saw The Seed of Chucky
Yeah.
or whatever?
I heard about
Terrified
That one
Bear
is
Grylls.
a comedy. It's a
Or
parody.
Tanker.
I grew up way different than I came out. When I was a kid and I watched The Ring, I stayed up for 7 days And while growing up, I was like, maybe it was like 7 weeks. So 7 weeks later, I'd get terrified again. Maybe it was 7 months. 7 months later, I wouldn't sleep. Maybe it's 7 years. I haven't got to that point yet, I don't think.
You passed it up. You're 25.
The Ring came out in like
24.
2002. It came out like 2002 or 3.
Well, I forgot about it.
school,
That shows
yeah.
you. But now I'm just... Scary movies are hard to compel me because they're really a lot of scary movies. Like a good example is As Above, Is Below.
I've never seen that one.
It plays off of claustrophobia, which I have. And so the entire like first giant chunk of the movie is amazingly great and terrifying for me. And then it starts getting into the supernatural stuff, and that's where I don't think they really prepped you for it. Or not prepped you for it, I don't know if they knew how to do it right. Because some of that stuff fell on deaf ears, but it was still spooky until the very end. The ending, you can't end a horror movie good, I don't think. Unless
Sure you
everybody
can.
dies.
Yes, those are the best ones.
Like REC, the original Swedish one. I think it's Swedish, correct me. But,
Oh yeah, Rick.
record. But yeah, unless they die, not a good movie. Because like in As Above Is Below, there's like the ending plays. They're looking for the Philosopher's Stone. Spoilers. And she has to go back to save her hubby, and to where they saw the big like prophecy. And she's like, where is it? Where is it? Where's the stone? And she looks into a mirror, and it's literally the same plot as Kung Fu Panda, where he looks down and he's like, where's the text? It's just a mirror. The power is inside of you the whole time. The Philosopher's Stone is with you. And she goes and she kisses her hubby who's dying, and he heals.
Also, kind of like a Rapunzel-esque kind of.
It did not fit the tone of the rest of the movie.
I hate it. I love a good story. Everyone should be dead in the end.
Everybody needs to die. Troll Hunter.
So
Best one.
good.
I still haven't seen it.
You've never seen Troll
No,
Hunter?
you guys always
It's
watch it.
Cloverfield, but better. We'll have to watch it with you some week. We'll have to watch it with you sometime. 'Cause
It's
that's
amazing.
It's a staple. That's
Anthony,
how a mockumentary needs to be
hated
done.
it.
Did he?
Yes, he hated it.
Who
well,
did?
Anthony. He has no taste.
Yeah, he likes.
He thinks
likes.
Eraserhead
Yeah,
is
he
good.
thinks Eraserhead is good. So that tells you something.
It's art.
That's the same way of like I did this when I was
Just-
a kid,
See,
so
that's a
I'm tattling
bold-faced
on
lie,
myself.
though, because
Whereas, like, Citizen Kane's the best movie ever, I love it, when in reality I was like, this is a really boring movie.
Yeah,
But I do
also
the same
thinks-
with Space Odyssey, and I do like Space Odyssey, but I'm never watching it again.
He also thinks that for something to be art, it can't be entertaining.
Well, now we say that he's got a bad taste in movies. He is. If you want to know a scary movie to watch, you ask him,
He's usually
because
a good
he is
choice,
just
yeah.
a plethora of wonderful films. Absentia is his favorite horror movie, and it
That
is
one
one of
was
the
very
best
good.
ever.
I did very much like that movie.
He likes Eraserhead because it's art.
He can also convince you on a show that you think is bad into being good, like Psych, where it was like, oh, this is just, like, it's an average show.
That's a pretty good show.
And
It's
then you watch it with Anthony, and he talks about it, kind of jokes with it, and you're like, this is why Psych is good now.
Yeah, he's the best.
After you're
for
done
rolling
talking
around
to
with.
her, we'll end the episode, and then I need to pee and such.
Me too. I'm enjoying the horror movie conversation. It's my favorite thing, is horror movies. I've been reading a lot of
They're
Junji
really
Ito
hard to
lately.
make me like.
A lot of creepypasta. Well, see, my favorite novel is The Road, and it is just terrifying. But I don't get terrified when I read
There
it.
hasn't
So.
been a scary movie in a while that, like, all right. So I got on a scary movie kick while I was in West Virginia working, and
I can't have gore titties.
I
It's
was
not
watching
entertaining.
Netflix, and the Taking of Deborah Loren.
Deborah Logan.
It was funny.
Was it Logan? Was that her name?
Deborah Logan, yeah. It was funny because at the end
The snake woman?
spoilers, yeah. She's leaving the hospital because she's possessed and really strong. And she takes out a police officer, but it doesn't show it. It just, like, the camera skips. And then she looks down at his, like, laying body and she spits on it. Like, yeah, that's right, punk. Don't steal your wallet. She mugs
So
him.
this is a good time to end the episode because what happens here is pretty funny. If you just stand still after learning Epona song. You ever done that, Bever?
Oh, yes. I remember this. Hey, how you doing? Off into the sunset. Like
A
John
brief
Wayne.
warning before we end. Again, we're learning. Tankard and I would rather not use our real names or reveal our location for now. So there'll be beeps throughout where we're being idiots and accidentally saying things we're not supposed to. So if you hear a random beep while we're speaking, that's because I've said a name or...
I don't want you finding my address and sending me anthrax.